So there's like a relative with all the parts there.
You know, I seen Max and Charles starve themselves the last time out at 155 pounds for the BMF. I didn't think there's anything BMF about it. He was the baddest man in a sauna. So I'm a big boy now. 170 pounds is my frame. And I like it. I thought I'd give a gift.
Well, I like it as well.
And say, this is what it should be. Instead of fighting and cutting him. You know, let's do it properly.
Is this a one-off fight or are you back?
The best boxer. You said the best boxer. We're gonna see. We're gonna see now.
Brother, this is not his last fight. I'm gonna go there. July 11th, I'm gonna handle business. We're gonna have a rematch at the end of the year.
July 11th can't come soon enough.
I'm gonna be 1-0 against him, and then we're gonna rematch at the end of the year. That's what's gonna happen.
So we have like the Conor McGregor of the UFC, who kind of was he spearheaded the idea of huge personalities, doesn't give a fuck, besides yourself, who's someone in the WWE that would like resemble a Conor McGregor?
That person doesn't exist. I mean, to be fair to Conor McGregor, there is only one Conor McGregor, and it's not a character. I ran into Conor McGregor actually here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, you did?
At the inauguration.
Yeah.
And we were talking about fighting at that time, and he was just still such a character in real life. He's not playing a character.
He's not.
He was definitely on something. It was 8 a.m. He was on something. The group I was with, we all agreed. We took a general vote, a consensus. The consensus was he was on something.
But he's so funny.
He's amazing. He's amazing. But like, you know, if he comes back in the UFC, I fear he's had so much time off. He could get his ass beat.
But you think how much do you think ring rust plays, or do you think?
I think it plays.
Yeah?
I think this is there's a difference between ring rust and whatever the fuck he's been doing. That he's got to be taken out of the barn, power washed a couple times, run through.
There he is at the gym, and things are beginning to get noisy once again. It appears that Conor McGregor is ratcheting up his training routine as he prepares for an eagerly awaited bout against Max Holloway. There's a renewed sense of clarity in everything he does, as if he's trying to make sure no time slips away before the big fight. After all the talk, setbacks, and rumors over the last few years, McGregor is not just talking about making a return, but actively preparing for one.
I don't think so, no. No.
Hey, Merab, are you excited for Conor McGregor's return?
I am actually, and I'm hoping he can win, you know, because I love Max Holloway, but this is gonna be huge if he's coming back, but if he wins. That would be huge, and because Conor McGregor done such a great things for MMA, for UFC, and I will be happy to see.
But in Joe Rogan's take on the greats in MMA, he showers high compliments to the best in the business. As an example, McGregor is said by him to be almost destructive at his very best, able to destroy anyone who stands up against him when he's in full stride. Hence the constant debate regarding whether he should earn the GOAT title. But on the flip side, Joe Rogan has also mentioned Demetrius Johnson to be the greatest all-around martial artist ever produced by MMA along with McGregor.
Conor McGregor, master of destruction. No one has a chance. He gets everybody. There's an argument that he's the GOAT. There's an argument that Mighty Mouse is the greatest expression of martial arts in the history of combat sports. I would make that argument.
When Rogan discusses greatness in the world of MMA, one of the points he likes to make is how the fighters interpret being the dominant player. This, of course, leads into the talk about Conor McGregor. There is no denying that there is going to be a lot of speculation regarding whether the fighter's ring rust could play a significant role here due to his extended absence from the sport, while the other fighter remains active on a consistent basis. But when questioned about that very same issue, Max Holloway ignored it. He said that none of it really mattered during the fight itself because fighters fight.
See you. Max, what are your thoughts on a guy like Conor being out for 5 years, having that brutal injury, while the entire time you've been very active?
It doesn't matter, you know. I see a lot of people talking about it, but we're fighters, man. This is what we do. I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to the best version of Conor McGregor. I know, look the way he's talking, bro. He's fired up. I'm fired up. I can't wait to see him July 11th.
Expected, Max, because I'm coming in fast. I tell you this, how are you doing? after your 5-round fight with Oliveira. I thought some of the shots went to the back of the head. You had an opportunity to repay the favor you didn't take. I was disappointed in the result and the outcome of the bout and the shape the bout took. But how's the body? How are you feeling?
It is what it is, bro.
How's Hawaii?
I'm good.
I look forward to seeing you again in Las
great.
Vegas.
Hawaii's great, brother. Hawaii's great. I can't wait to see you in the ninth island, brother. How's Dublin? I heard you're sleeping in the gym, so that's great to hear, man. We're glad to have you back. I can't wait to get in there and mix it up.
However, when it comes to Conor McGregor, his legacy has been shaped by events that will be remembered for the age. The first ever UFC athlete to have won 2 world titles simultaneously and achieved one of the quickest knockouts in a world title fight in New York. Reflecting back on it in an interview on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, it becomes evident that McGregor was never looking forward to making such nights any longer because in this game of life and death, every second counts.
You're considered to be one of the best MMA fighters in the world, and you became the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight classes at the same time, my man.
That's right, my
And
man.
then you also, yes,
The double champ.
And-
the
yeah,
double
the double
champ.
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 But then you also-
And it happened here in New York City.
Yeah.
New York City, Madison Square Garden, same place.
then you also knocked someone out in 13 seconds once. I always wanted to ask, did you wish it lasted a little longer? Were you happy?
No, you know what? Ecstatic. Gone. In and out. Gone.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't get paid by the hour in there.
Yeah.
And, it's a dangerous game.
In continuation of this heightened sense of significance during such moments, and the attitude with which McGregor has always talked about making hay while the sun shines, his mental game in the Octagon provides insight into the order and the chaos that is his fighting style. This journey into the Octagon is a highly calculated one for him, a process where nothing but calmness and composure really counts. For him, once you close that cage door, all your training, sacrifices, and lack of self-control becomes clear, and that's why the entire emphasis is placed on faith in oneself and in one's own work.
It's a dangerous game. What do you feel when you step into the Octagon?
You know, you have to be calm. You have to be composed. You have to trust your training and your discipline. It's where, you know, there's no hiding in the Octagon. If you've maybe missed a training session or skipped a meal or, you know, ate something you shouldn't have or, you know, lived a life of not of discipline, it's going to show in there.
You'll get caught.
So if you put in the work and you make that walk, you just trust your work, trust your discipline, trust what you've done, and hope it all turns out well.
This kind of mindset is still seen in McGregor when talking about his nickname, The Notorious. It wasn't created via marketing strategies, but it came out of his childhood because, as mentioned before, his penchant for trouble made his coach save him under the nickname Trouble on his contact list. His reputation then grew into Notorious because of the way other people saw him. Another reason why this nickname was formed was his love for hip-hop culture.
Where did you get the term notorious? Where'd you get
my
that?
nickname is
Your
the Notorious. My fight name is Notorious. It actually came because I had a habit of getting into trouble when I was younger, a little bit. And my coach had me saved in the phone as Trouble, actually. He had that was
your name in his phone?
That was my name in his phone. Yeah, Trouble. Now I was only a young guy, but you know, it just I was just notorious for it. That's it. And then it became that. I like Biggie as well. I like the music, and that was the walkout song, and it just kind of gelled together over the years, and it became the Notorious.
Last time you were here.
It fits.
Moreover, it appears that family is what has anchored McGregor lately, since he has been speaking with pride about having 4 kids and teaching them how to lead disciplined lifestyles. In particular, he talks about the kids participating in their own training sessions, and he has thought about taking them on fight nights, not because he is glorifying violence, but rather because he wants them to see what results come from commitment and dedication. Namely, he refers to the experience of walking out in front of people and having an atmosphere created by chasing perfection.
Last time you were here, you brought a couple of the kids, or one of the kids. How's the family doing?
Very good. 4 children now. 4 children now. Yeah, 4 children.
And
blessed.
And you said that they're all training. You think they want to?
They're training and living a good, healthy lifestyle for sure. I'm going to bring them to the bout also. I've been debating it. You know, it is a dangerous game, but I want to show them what discipline and what dedication and commitment to your craft can achieve. They're going to see their father walk out and see the adoration of 20 or 30,000 fans and, you know, a great performance. And I want to show them that this is what
Hard work
this is
gets
what hard work gets you.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do.
You want to see? You want to see something really cute? This is the baby. This is Max McGregor. He's 2 years old. He's ready to go. Yeah. He's ready for the fight.
Moving forward with UFC 329 and the highly anticipated rematch between McGregor and Holloway, the fighter looks back at how good it feels to be back in the fray, where he feels like he fits in completely. He considers the process to be what he was designed for, with order and discipline allowing him to become his strongest version of himself. Though he has taken time off to pursue other interests, such as making movies, he stresses that there is no substitute for the feeling of fighting, which is what he truly loves and what keeps him motivated.
So here we are, UFC 329, McGregor versus Holloway 2. How's it been getting back into the routine?
Incredible.
You liked it?
You know, I'm born for this. No, I'm not born for anything else. I have had my hand in a few pies. I've done some things. I've done a movie here and there. I've done other things, but fighting is my bread and butter. It's what lights a fire in my belly. And to be back and to be doing my thing with structure and discipline, it's the best version of me, and I'm happy to be back, and I'm excited to put on a show for the fans.
Good for you, bro. It is July 11th in Las Vegas, and July 11th is a very important date for you because you won your very first UFC title on July 11th, 2015. What would you say to 2015 Conor McGregor if you could, as he heads into his...
Keep going, kid. The game is yours.
Yeah.
The game is yours,
The game
kid.
is yours,
Don't
kid.
listen to none of them.
Yeah!
As talk around UFC 329 builds and momentum returns for McGregor, attention doesn't stop at just one matchup. From the opposing camp, coach Javier Mendez has floated the idea of massive crossover fights, pointing toward names like Islam Makhachev and Justin Gaethje as potential blockbuster options. In his view, a clash of that magnitude wouldn't just be big, it could push into the territory of the biggest fights the sport has ever seen. He also notes that the bad blood and history between camps only adds more fuel, turning even the walkouts into an event on their own, where pressure, crowd reaction, and pride all collide under the same spotlight.
Well, was that obviously he spoke to Ariel Helwani today, and he said, "Yeah, like I beat Max Holloway. Islam Makhachev is one of the options for me. Justin Gaethje and Islam Makhachev. Obviously, there's bad blood between the teams there, but you know, just how big do you think that fight would be? I mean, probably going to be the biggest fight in UFC history, right?"
It could very well be the biggest fight in UFC history if that was to happen. So, to be honest with you, he brings so much to the table that if I had to want a wish list, that's the one, because I want to get that one. I want to get that one again. That feeling of being booed when we go out to the audience was pretty cool, actually. You know, because they booed us, but they loved us. You know, so you know when Habib fought him, it was booed but loved.
That sense of magnitude around potential super fights keeps growing, with every voice adding to the anticipation of what a McGregor return could mean for MMA. Even Merab Dvalishvili has shared his thoughts on the comeback of McGregor, expressing genuine excitement for his return while keeping things respectful toward all sides. He acknowledged McGregor's huge impact on the UFC and the sport as a whole, saying he'd be glad to see him win again. At the same time, he emphasized how significant it would be if McGregor came back and succeeded, calling it a moment that would echo far beyond a single fight night.
I don't think so, no. No.
Hey, Merab, are you excited for Conor McGregor's return?
I am actually, and I'm hoping he can win, you know, because I love Max Holloway, but this is gonna be huge if he comes. He's coming back, but if he wins, that would be huge, and because Conor McGregor done such a great things for MMA, for UFC, and I will be happy to see
When Logan Paul talks about the rise of larger-than-life combat sports personalities, he naturally points toward McGregor as the ultimate example of someone who didn't just compete in MMA, but reshaped its global spotlight. He explains that there really isn't anyone comparable, calling McGregor a one-of-one presence both inside and outside the cage. Recalling a personal encounter with him in Washington, D.C., Logan describes him as magnetic in real life, someone whose energy feels constant and undeniable. Still, he adds a note of caution, suggesting that after such a long layoff, stepping back into elite competition could come with serious risk against fighters who've stayed active.
So we have like the Conor McGregor of the UFC, who kind of was the, like, he spearheaded the idea of huge personalities, doesn't give a fuck, doesn't, besides yourself, who's someone in the WWE that would like resemble a Conor McGregor?
That person doesn't exist. I mean, to be fair to Conor McGregor, there is only one Conor McGregor, and it's not a character. I ran into Conor McGregor actually here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, you did?
At the inauguration.
Yeah.
And we were talking about fighting at that time, and he was just still such a character in real life. He's not playing a character.
He's not.
He was definitely on something. It was 8 a.m. He was on something. The group I was with, we all agreed. We took a general vote, a consensus. The consensus was he was on something.
But he's so funny.
He's amazing. He's amazing. But like, if he comes back in the UFC,
Yeah.
I fear he's had so much time off. He could get...
Building on that debate about McGregor's place among the all-time greats, Bedtime MMA pushes the argument further when discussing McGregor. He insists McGregor's peak is often underrated, pointing out that his dominance wasn't accidental, but built on elite-level skill and precision. In his view, McGregor stands among the greatest featherweights ever, and one of the most dangerous strikers in MMA history, citing wins over Jose Aldo, Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez, Donald Cerrone, Max Holloway, and Nate Diaz as clear evidence. He argues those performances reflected timing, IQ, and finishing ability at the highest level, and even suggests McGregor gave Khabib Nurmagomedov one of his toughest fights despite coming in off a long layoff.
McGregor sucks. Conor McGregor is fucking elite. He is genuinely one of the greatest featherweights of all time. He is genuinely one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. You do not accidentally beat Jose Aldo by 13-second step back pull counter left hand. You don't run through Chad Mendez, Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez, Cowboy Cerrone, Nate Diaz, as if they're the fucking Brooklyn Brawler, bro. Like, this dude is genuinely one of the best strikers to ever step foot in the cage. He gave Khabib his hardest fight 110%. People bring up Gaethje. Joe Rogan brings up Iaquinta because he survived the longest. That's like saying Josh Emmett gave Ilia Topuria his hardest challenge in a win. It's just not true. Just because he went the longest doesn't mean he did the best. Conor McGregor did the best against Khabib Nurmagomedov, 110%. 100%. The most dominant fighter ever. Conor McGregor was his toughest fight, and he was coming off a massive layoff. He's done this before. He's come off massive layoffs and looked decent before. He fought extremely well against Dustin Poirier in his absolute peak, coming off another huge...
So what's your take on it? Who really comes out on top if this plays out? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns and fight talk.